We're about to dive deep into the absolutely radical, world-changing philosophy of William Blake. And we're going to do it by unpacking just one single, powerful line from his Proverbs of Hell. Trust me, this isn't just poetry. It's a blueprint for redefining what it even means to be human.
And there it is. 4 parts of the body, each one assigned this profound cosmic quality. Now, for Blake, this isn't just some clever little phrase. This is the master key. It's the key to unlocking his entire vision of the universe, and it's located right inside our own physical bodies. So let's start with that question right there. I want you to try and forget the old idea of a soul just being trapped inside a body. Blake wants us to imagine something way more revolutionary. What if our very anatomy, our flesh and blood, is a direct, living expression of the infinite itself? Okay, so to really understand Blake's map, we first have to get our heads around his core belief. He looked at the body, and he didn't see a collection of cells and organs. No, he saw a fountain, a direct and overflowing source of divine energy. And right away, this sets up a huge conflict. Traditional thinking often saw the body as a cistern, basically a container of messy, shameful flesh that had to be controlled. Blake just flips that entire idea on its head. For him, the body is a fountain, constantly gushing forth the very qualities of the universe. This all leads us to his concept of the poetic genius. Now, for Blake, this isn't some muse floating around out there. It's the divine creative fire that is literally inside our bodies. Our very existence, our flesh, our blood, it's all a divine creative act. All right, let's start exploring this incredible anatomical map. We'll begin at the top with what Blake calls the higher faculties, the head and the heart. So when Blake connects sublime to the head, he isn't just talking about logic or being smart. He means our mind is a gateway. It's an organ literally built to connect with the sheer, awe-inspiring vastness of eternity. Our thoughts can actually touch the infinite. And the heart? That's pathos. This means our ability to feel deeply, joy, sorrow, love. It isn't just personal. It's the very mechanism that lets us feel the pulse of the cosmos. Our emotions are a direct line to universal energy. Okay, now let's journey down the map. We're moving to the parts of the body that so many other philosophies have feared or devalued or tried desperately to control, our earthly physical form. Get ready, because this is maybe Blake's most revolutionary statement of all. By calling the genitals beauty, he's not trying to be crude. He's being theological. He is shattering the religious manacles of shame and declaring that our sexual energy isn't a sin. It's a sacred, beautiful part of divine existence. You can really see the conflict here, can't you? Where repressive ideas see a source of shame that needs to be locked down, Blake sees a vital, holy portion of eternal exuberance. It's pure energy, it's life itself, and to him, it's absolutely beautiful. So what about the hands and feet? Blake calls them proportion. But he draws a really important line here. The sly, calculating fox of pure logic might only see their mechanical dimensions, right? Their measurements. But the courageous lion of imagination sees their true purpose, to walk a divine path, to build a sacred world. Our physical actions have real spiritual weight. So what does this all add up to? It means wisdom isn't something you find by escaping the body. Blake argues that the famous doors of perception are built directly into our anatomy. If you want to see the world differently, you have to fully live in your senses, in your form, in your whole being. So how does this map of the body translate into our psychology? I mean, what happens to a person when this map gets torn apart? When we try to live in just one part of ourselves and deny all the others? This is the critical question, isn't it? What is the psychological cost of splitting our intellect from our instincts, our spirituality from our sexuality? Well, Blake argues that the cost is absolutely immense. And here are the 2 possible outcomes he lays out for us. The integrated self, where head, heart, and body are all working together, is a soul of sweet delight, always in motion, always alive. But the fragmented self, it creates poison from the standing water, a stagnant, sick psychology that's constantly at war with itself. For Blake, there's just no dividing line. It's that simple. This quote says it all, really. The body isn't some container for the soul. It's the soul's visible, tangible form in the world. To touch the body is to touch the soul, period. But Blake doesn't just stop with the individual. Oh no. This map of the body is also a blueprint for society. He scales this whole vision up into a powerful political critique. He saw the repressive forces in society, those rigid bricks of religion and the cold stones of law, as being in a constant war against our natural, divine bodies. His proverb is a powerful call for liberation, a demand for a society built on freedom, not control.
And this is his stark warning. A society that teaches us to hide our beauty, our natural desires, a society that tells us to ignore the wisdom of our pathos, our feelings, well, it isn't creating order. It's building what he calls a brothel, a corrupt place fueled by repressed, stagnant human energy. So, where does this all leave us? Blake's proverb isn't just an interesting little observation. It's a living, breathing anthem for the absolute holiness of the human form. And this is the ultimate takeaway. Our divine spark, our poetic genius, isn't some ghost haunting our physical shell. It is the fire. It's the energy animating our cells, powering our thoughts, and fueling our deepest passions. In the end, it's this simple, and yet this profound. Through Blake's map, we learn that every single part of us, our mind, our heart, our body, our actions, is a sacred, living piece of the entire cosmos. And that leaves us with one last absolutely essential question. If our body truly is this holy, intricate map of the infinite, how do we live in a way that actually honors it? That's the challenge Blake leaves for every single one of us.